Today I'm talking about exercising with a foot or ankle injury. Now, if you're the type of person like me that is normally used to walking, running, doing the treadmill, basically being an active person, and then suddenly you go from being active to inactive, your brain and your body will go nuts. Now, granted, using a cam boot, using crutches is a workout unto itself. And there may be days that you are so exhausted that you won't even want to do any semblance of exercise. But when you feel up for it, you've got to push yourself to do some simple exercises so that you remain mobile and it's therapeutic for you. And that way, when you get the boot off or your injury has been healed, you're not going from literally scratch to getting back to walking again and doing the things that you love. So these are some of the exercises that I did while I was laid up with a cam boot, with a sprained ankle and a broken foot. You can get 3-pound weights, 5, 10, whatever weight works for you. And obviously from a seated position, I would do arm raises like this. I would do about 10 of these. This helps the shoulder area. It helps your upper back muscles. So do about 10 reps of that. You can also do this one, and these are all done from a seated position. So this also helps your upper back and your upper arms as well. So you can do 10 reps of that. And doing weights every other day. Don't do them every day because it gives your arms time to recover. Do the simple bicep curls, keeping your elbows locked in. This would help, this helps open up your hip flexors a little bit and helps keep this entire region strong. Because when you're using crutches and whatnot, you are having to use your core and your leg muscles like 10 times the amount that you would think. So you get on all fours and you do leg raises to the side, lifting up your knee. Now, obviously, if you can't do this, you can modify any of this, but I would do 10 going on each side. Okay, I'll give you a side view of what this looks like. You're going on all fours and you lift directly to the side on each side. Another one that I would do after this, doing leg raises going up like this and bring it down, up, bring it down, up, bring it down. Now, obviously, when you do it with the cam boot on, that is going to feel a lot heavier. So definitely start off maybe even just doing 5 reps and work up to 10 or even 15 reps. And anytime that you're doing that motion going out or up, exhale on that because that'll help you get through it. Take your leg and go over your other leg. Keep that leg bent. Now this side is going to be heavier, so be careful, so that you're not injuring yourself. This helps stretch your back out from walking with the crutches and walking with the cam boot, and like that. Then also to stretch your hip flexors out, you can do what we call in ballet passe, is turn your leg outward like this. Same on the other side, it's a simple stretch. Then you can do from a seated position or laying down. I've got my leg in an L, so to speak, with my leg turned out. Bend this leg and then pull this leg towards you, and you will feel the stretch under your leg. I'm going to do it on the other side. Make sure the cam boot is above your knee. This leg is turned out if you can do this, and gently pull that leg towards you. Again, this helps stretch out this area, which tends to, at least for me, it got tight at times. Is do kicks upward and down, up and down, boot up and down, up and down. So again, depending on what you can do with your hamstrings, make sure that you're somewhat warmed up, and you can stretch this leg as much as you can do. I'm sure that's a lovely looking view. Keep the cam boot on the heel part of it and do raises like this. This helps keep your gluteus maximus nice and strong. You can even just hold it like that. Go apart and cross, apart and cross, apart and cross. And while I'm here, you can even do this. You got to push your lower back into the ground. I would do, which would be a changement in ballet, and go down part of the way and come back up, and go down part of the way and come back up. What this helps you with is your core muscles, right? So other things you can do obviously are crunches. You know, I tend to do them with my hands behind my head because I have that tendency to use my neck, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep it all in here. A center stretch, depending on what you can do. If you can't do it straight like this, that's totally fine. And reach out. You can do side stretches like this, which also helps. This type of stretch, which you may or may not feel in your calf muscles. Another way you can do the hip stretch that I mentioned is take your leg, gently place it above your knee. Granted, I have the cam boot off, but you can do this with the cam boot, and gently lean forward just a little bit. With the cam boot on, you can do leg raises, simple things like this. This will help keep your thighs and your calf muscles nice and strong. And lean forward and go over your leg. So these are just some of the things that you can do with a cam boot on when you gotta stay off of it and heal.